Police probing an apparent suicide and a drowning. Those are our top stories in our Barbados Today afternoon news update for Friday, January the 5th. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Police have an apparent suicide on their hands. Police Public Relations Officer Acting Inspector Roland Cobbler joins us with more on that tragedy.
At this stage, I can say that we are conducting investigations into the unnatural death of a 66-year-old Pilgrim Place B Christchurch man, which occurred sometime around 8 a.m. this morning. He was discovered hanging from a showerhead by his nephew in the bathroom. Our investigations are continuing with that matter.
Meanwhile, police are also looking into a reported drowning at Miami Beach Christchurch.
The police are conducting investigations into what appears to be a drowning, which occurred sometime after 8 a.m. this morning at the Enterprise Beach in Christchurch, where an elderly man was seen floating face down in the water. He was pulled unresponsive from the water by another seabaither and subsequently died at the scene. This elderly man appears to be in his late 70s, and at this stage we are appealing to the public for assistance in identifying this man. He is about 5 feet 5 inches tall, slim built, dark complexion, has grey hair with a receding hairline. At the time he was wearing a grey t-shirt, a red blue pants with black slippers. Anyone could assist us in identifying this man is being asked to contact the Oysters Police Station at 418-2612.
Yet another person has gone missing and police want the public's help in finding him. He's 63-year-old Alfred Kelman of Skeets Road, the Ivy St. Michael. Kelman was last seen by his sister Dawn at about 11 a.m. on Thursday, December the 14th, when he left her home at Mansion Place, Bayville, St. Michael, to run an errand. Kelman is 6 feet in height, has a low haircut with a bald patch at the top of his head. While the type of clothing he is wearing is unknown, police report that Alfred Kelman has sunken cheeks, a broad convex nose, small pointed ears, a thin mustache, and a cleanly shaven face. In other news now, relief appears to be at hand for residents and businesses affected by the chronic sewage overflows on the bustling south coast. Rapid Response and Communications Manager for the Barbados Water Authority, Joyan Haig, told Barbados Today this morning that new proposals are now before the board designed to bring short-term relief from a crisis that's responsible for the closure of 2 food establishments and an apartment hotel in Worthing Christchurch.
We put a couple of proposals to the board where we are with the way forward as to how to fix the problem in its entirety. However, we are trying to take some steps right now, which includes taking some of those impacted directly via their plumbing, internal plumbing, to take them offline as a temporary measure in order to give them a little ease until we get the problem resolved. And we're also working assiduously to get the levels down. Once the levels go down, then we will share. Once the levels go down, then of course we implement the plan. The plan will be shared with the media shortly as soon as the relevant authorities see it, which is in their hands, and then we will then be able to move forward from there.
The Water Authority spokesperson, however, assured that steps were meanwhile being taken to bring temporary ease while the board prepares to examine the proposals.
As you can see in the area of Worthing, by the old Scotiabank, we set up a bypass by the area that we suspect was the block. That is not the solution. That is just the first phase towards the preparation of getting that block repaired. So we are doing a number of things. It's a multifaceted approach. We have to do so many things at the same time in order to tackle this problem. So one would imagine that it needed some time, it needed some organizing because of the various aspects of what we have to tackle all at the same time. So this is why we would have taken a little bit of time. And of course, we need the resources, we need the equipment, and we also need the finance in order to tackle it in its entirety.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Welcome back with news from the region now. Health authorities in Antigua and Barbuda are intensifying efforts to address a worrying challenge of obesity. More in this report from ABS News.
With obesity being linked to hypertension, type 2 diabetes, knee and back aches, Samantha Moyd mentions steps that are being taken at the national level to curb obesity.
Last year, we would have started talks on a sugar-sweetened beverage tax, and so we are working towards that, hopefully to start by decreasing the amount of sweetened drinks available at schools. So those are some of the things we have in the pipelines to help to decrease the amount of sugar that children are taking in on a national level.
She says the ministry has also been working in preschools and primary schools, screening children and educating parents and teachers on healthy eating. So what are the factors behind this problem? Moy says people living more sedentary lifestyles is a major contributing factor. She also says poor portion control and family history also play a part.
And on the international scene, the author of a deeply critical book about Donald Trump's first year in office said today he has spoken with the president while working on it, contradicting Trump's assertion that he had never talked to the writer for the book and had authorized zero access to the White House. The rest of the story in this Reuters report.
An explosive account of Donald Trump's first year in office goes on sale Friday, and in some places sold out. The book Fire and Fury by author Michael Wolff portrays an inept president in a fumbling White House. Excerpts from the book so whet appetites for next week's planned release that publisher Henry Holt raced the book to shelves Friday, quote, due to unprecedented demand. Also unprecedented, the president's efforts to block the publication. Lawyers for Trump this week sent legal notices to the author and publisher demanding they cease and desist from circulating the book. The letter, seen by Reuters, threatens possible libel charges. Trump's lawyers also threatened to sue former White House strategist Steve Bannon, who is quoted extensively and damningly in the account. According to excerpts, Bannon calls the president's son, Don Jr.'s behavior, quote, treasonous and unpatriotic. Son-in-law Jared Kushner, quote, greasy. Daughter Ivanka, quote, dumb as a brick. But the least flattering portrait in the book is the president himself. Wolff writes, quote, nothing contributed to the chaos and dysfunction of the White House as much as Trump's own behavior. The White House has called the book a work of fiction and tried to discredit the author.
There are numerous mistakes, but I'm not going to waste my time or the country's time going page by page talking about a book that's complete fantasy and just full of tabloid gossip, because it's sad, pathetic, and our administration and our focus is going to be on moving the country forward.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or even like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.